Welcome to another episode of Tithe. I'm James Bond, and today we're diving deep into one of the most shocking scandals of our time, the Jeffrey Epstein case. This is a story that shook the foundations of power, wealth, and justice. Jeffrey Edward Epstein was born in Brooklyn in 1953. He started his career as a math teacher, but quickly moved into finance, eventually founding his own investment firm. By the 1990s, he had amassed enormous wealth, though the exact sources of his fortune remained mysteriously unclear. What made Epstein particularly notorious wasn't just his money, it was how he used it. He owned a private island in the Caribbean, a massive mansion in Manhattan, and properties around the world. But these weren't just luxury retreats. They were allegedly the sites of horrific crimes. The charges against Epstein were devastating. He was accused of running a sex trafficking ring, exploiting dozens of underage girls. The victims, some as young as 14, were allegedly recruited and abused in a systematic operation that spanned years. Perhaps most disturbing was Epstein's network of connections. His black book read like a who's who of global elites, politicians, royalty, celebrities, and business moguls. Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump all had documented associations with Epstein. The question that haunted investigators was, who knew what and when? Epstein's first legal troubles began in 2005, but he received what many considered a sweetheart deal in 2008, just 13 months in a county jail with work release privileges. This lenient sentence, negotiated by then-prosecutor Alexander Acosta, would later become a major scandal in itself. The case exploded back into headlines in July 2019 when Epstein was arrested on federal charges of sex trafficking minors. This time, there would be no easy escape. He was denied bail and held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. Then came August 10, 2019. Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell, officially ruled a suicide by hanging. But the circumstances were immediately suspicious. How does the most high-profile prisoner in America, on suicide watch, manage to kill himself in a maximum security facility? The conspiracy theories were immediate and persistent. Broken cameras, sleeping guards, missing logs. The official story had more holes than Swiss cheese. Many believed Epstein was silenced to protect powerful people who might have been implicated. Epstein's death didn't end the story. His longtime associate Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested in 2020 and later convicted of sex trafficking charges. She received a 20-year prison sentence, but many questions remain unanswered. The Epstein case exposed the dark underbelly of wealth and power. It showed how money and connections can shield predators for decades, and how justice can be delayed and denied. Most importantly, it gave voice to survivors who had been silenced for too long. Today, investigations continue, civil lawsuits proceed, and the public demands answers. The Epstein scandal isn't just about one man's crimes, it's about a system that enabled them and the ongoing fight for accountability. That's all for today's episode of Tithe. I'm James Bond. Keep questioning, keep investigating, and never stop seeking the truth. Until next time.